Do you guys want to talk about Godzilla Minus One really quick? Because I'm shocked. And I'm happy with MotorCityNerds. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're on our way to 2K, and it really helps out if you like the video, so please do that. But you guys all know how I feel about Godzilla. That's why he's on the top shelf over there, VIP status. Godzilla is number one. Godzilla is my man. Now, if you've been over here and you've heard me talk about Pacific Rim or Transformers or Godzilla at all, you normally hear me say, quit peopling around. There was a couple times where I felt like we were peopling around here, but this is the only time I think I've ever given a shit about a human being in a Godzilla movie. We do not care about the people. We care about our man. We want to see him come out of the sea and stomp stuff, and I still got that, but I really cared about these characters. So I saw this twice, the night it came out and then yesterday, and I liked it even more a second time. Let's start off with this. Things I really loved. That we didn't have some cheesy origin story for Godzilla. He's just there. And there was no, oh, we're being mean to the planet, so he's fighting back, or he's saving us. No, this is a creature. This is a titan. This is an act of God. This is a god itself. And is awesome, is great, is a beast, and it pulls so much from the original. It was so, he is absolutely stupendous, looks so good, putting him in broad daylight like that, damn, best atomic breath I've ever seen, and that was even like, whoa. And personally, I think best roar we've gotten out of the newer ones. But we start out meeting our main character. I thought they did a really good job, even to an American audience, watching a foreign film, like explaining why this kamikaze thing, and it was so disgraceful for him to lie and all this stuff. Like they conveyed that very well, and this whole thing being about war and then having Godzilla come when they're at their weakest it was very beautiful. It was a beautiful war film, and watching these men band together that were just through something awful. It was very. I cared. Did I care enough to go, I don't want to see Godzilla smash this city? No, I want to see him smash that city. But I did there were people that I was like, man, I want them to be okay. We have the main character running into the woman he meets and the baby she has, and nobody's related, and I loved this pseudo family coming together in the aftermath of this destruction, and then during this destruction, and this whole theme of bringing around the kamikaze pilot thing and surviving and living and handling PTSD. I thought it did all that very well. I could see where culturally transferring over for some people, they're going to be ignorant idiots and not like this movie because either they're not, because even in the theater I was in the second time, I'm like, you're not getting what's going on, but I think it's a cultural difference. But even those two first meeting, I was like, oh my god, this is funny, and I like her, and I like him. I really want to touch on this. This is something I really liked. So I don't know if you want to call this a review as much as it's just me talking about things I really liked. The music. The way they brought in his OG theme when he hit the city and stuff was perfect, but the music they used during other parts, watching him destroy stuff, was almost like a choir, like I said, like a god. This is a god. This is something beyond us, and is an act of nature that can't be stopped, and the music they use is like a beautiful like choir mixed in, but then once we started getting into the cities and stuff, we got the original music, and it was so good. And then I was talking about the Jaws parallels on TikTok, not knowing that somebody said it was a ripoff, and I was like, no matter what, I'm wearing my Amity shirt right now, no matter what, if we see people on a boat going up against a creature way bigger than them, we're going to think Jaws, and of course they're going to pay homage to it with the bomb, things like that, but I definitely didn't think it was a ripoff, and Jaws is probably my favorite movie of all time. For the first time, I was like, man, I want these people to live. And then I was like, but I don't want my boy down. And this is where I got concerned. I almost stormed out of the theater. I almost stomped right out of the theater. And then I was like, okay. Because at the ending, you see that he's like gonna be okay, essentially. My mom is 10 times me. There's one thing that she loves a lot, it's Godzilla, and he don't lose to nobody. One time she walked out into the yard, out of nowhere, people can corroborate the story, and just went on a rant to me and my friend about Godzilla, and was like, he don't lose, he just gets pissed off and goes back into the sea. So I know how strongly my mom feels about Godzilla, and I was worried in the theater. I was like, this might be worse than when Iron Man died. She's not going to know to stay in her seat, and yeah, sure as hell, the second she thought Godzilla went down, she just started going, no, Ab, no, and started talking in the theater, and I was like, she's gonna stomp out of here, and I was like, wait, and then she was okay. So I like the way they handled that, because we got a win-win on both sides, which is rare. This idea of family, and it doesn't always have to be your blood, it can be something you make. There was a lot of themes going on here, but a lot of war and destruction. I'm like, this might make people feel salty towards Oppenheimer coming up on Oscar season. Like, not salty, but rethink it even more, because I mean, you're already thinking, but this is very much about after the atom bomb dropping, and after the air raids, and after these things, and this total destruction by man, and then by creature, by beast. But it's very much about the war, and I'm like, this might make people feel a certain kind of way about Oppenheimer even more. Coming up on Oscar season. And then it's not, I'm just saying, it's just funny, because it's like, did you really think Godzilla was gonna, did you think Godzilla could maybe put a knock on you, Oppenheimer? Because it kind of did. I walked down and I was like, ooh, badly planned coming out times. Oh my god, him charging up was so cool. Everything about this Godzilla was cool. It was awesome. He was awesome. He was sick. He was so cool. And then, oh man, and I'm the first one to say we're peopling around too much. And there might have been a couple times, I think when they were explaining like the sciencey stuff, we could have backed off for a minute. But I have nothing to, I'm nitpicking here. I'm nitpicking. And I'm Abby with MotorCityNerds. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm on OF, I'm on TikTok, I'm on all the things down below. Tell me what you thought about this. And then I heard we got another trailer, so now we got to react to that. But can we just put out a PSA? I'm not like a stickler in the movie theater, okay? I'm not bothered if somebody checks their phone like once or twice. I'm not bothered if you have a little bit of a conversation and then it stops. I'm not bothered if you if you laugh, cry, scream, anything, but it's reacting to the movie. It don't bug me. Even like if you say something, like a scary movie, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is if you can literally just walk in somewhere and just talk through an entire goddamn movie like you live there and be on your phone and shit. You are such a disrespectful piece of shit. Point blank period. Like, did your parents not raise you right? Do you walk into a restaurant, when you order your food, you throw your plate on the ground? Like, why are you here? Nobody wants to hear you talk or see you when Godzilla's on screen, bud. And I was shocked by that. It was opening night. An early showing. I was like, and they said, oh my God. And I was shocked by it. But I'm like, I'm a woman and they're 4 dudes and I'm alone in the middle of the night. So are they going to murder me? I don't know. Do I want to say something? I really want to fight them right now. Why are you, on opening night, you're going to come and sit and talk through not only a movie, but a Godzilla movie? What is it? Just don't come. Just don't come. Like, I get it. You weren't raised right. You don't respect wherever you're going. You don't respect other people's time, place, money, whatever they're doing. You're a piece of shit. Oh my God. And then to have the audacity to ask someone for their phone number after. What? Are you out of your goddamn mind?